Zainab Duke Abiola, one of the wives of Chief Moshid Kashimawo Olawale MKO Abiola, has narrated how the iconic late politician was ambushed by armed robbers on his way to Ibadan, Oyo State. According to Zainab, the armed robbers started shooting MKO is our man, or shouting MKO is our man, man of the people, on citing the winner of the June 12, 1993 presidential election. She added that one of the gunmen later became a governor, while two others were elected into the House of Representatives. Speaking to SAR reporter, she said Abiola was unique and different. That is why people miss him. There was a day we were going to visit the Olubadan of Ibadan. We were with some Americans. The Americans are still alive. I was newly married to him. Very newly married. Just few months into our marriage. And we were going to the palace. On the way, do you know, right in front of us, we saw robbers robbing people. I just started praying and the Americans were shivering. But when Chief saw them, he said he was not turning back, nor turning or running away. He told the driver to keep driving towards them. On getting near them, they saw the Rolls Royce and they started shouting, MKO is our man, man of the people. Do you know they kept their guns down? Do you know they laid down flat? I am telling you what you won't even hear from anyone else except the Americans and the driver. They started shouting, Babao, Babao, Babao. So Chief came out and gave them money. He told them they were nice young persons and shouldn't be involved in crime. They told him if there were 2 or 3 of him in the country, they wouldn't be involved in crime. As at that time, they told their victims to go. Some of the victims told Chief they didn't have transport means, so Chief gave the robbers and victims money. The Americans were surprised as well. I too was happy. Chief told them to go back to school and come to his house anytime they needed money. One of those people became the governor of a Yoruba state. He is alive. About 2 or so became House of Representatives members. Why are they not repeating this story? Of course, now we know those who at the. It's of course this one is a different story entirely. But if we want to relate it with what we are going through in this country, you know that we have a irresponsible and criminals at the helm of our affair today. They are not even hiding it. Even those who did not even carry gun on the highway, you can say that they are the rogues that we have. They are even worse than those who carry gun. That is why Nigeria is a zoo. I'm not surprised anything can happen in the zoo. That is a testimony of good faith. It is truly, I have heard about it for a long time. This lady has confirmed what Nigerians have suspected about politicians in the position of power since 1999. Many of the leaders today were former armed robbers, kidnappers, murderers, drug pushers, and paid assassins. Do we have any other reason why Nigeria is going down? A bad tree can never produce a good fruit. They must have stolen the state to death. No wonder there's too much stealing by some governors. Somebody says it's a good faith, but at the end of the day, you can see the results. How many of our politicians can boldly come out to the armed robbers today? Governor of which state? Just the state, no name, and the representative from which state. I hope they are not those I am thinking of. By their fruits, one should see the antecedents. Are you new in Nigeria? Many of the politicians leaders from the Southwest are known as internet fraudsters, yes, 419ers, and drug pushers. If you have been following political developments before the last election, many of these fellows were called out by the opposition. May God have mercy on Nigeria and deliver this nation from the hands of armed robbers. Yes. Somebody said that we all have a ugly past. Of course, we know that Moses was a killer before God asked him to lead his Israelites. Which kind of killer? Now, by killer, be that one. Abi was trying to rescue somebody. David was also a killer and adulterous, and yet a man after the heart of God. As long as these 3 people that later became governor and honorable in the House of Reps have repented from their sins, there is no problem. Really? All those ones? Is this your defense? for people who were hardened criminals in the past. Of course, when they get there, you know what they can do. The way they are running the economy of the country shows that once a criminal, always a criminal. It is an insult to compare these idiots with noble people who repented of their bad behavior in their society. MKO, great man of his time. I have heard this story, of course. I have heard this story many times ago, and I am glad to have heard of many good deeds of MKO that have turned many lives to better ones. I did not see anything in the story because stealing on the road and stealing with a pen all are the same. I am Nigerian and I know the history of Nigeria. ABIOLA is not a saint. Yes. I heard a story when they interviewed the woman by one presenter. This woman is late now. Really? Yeah. Many people know who is talking about then because the incidents happened in Ibadan. Only the House of Rep is from Ibadan, while the governor is from another state. He just live at Ibadan. Then, no wonder. So he was an armed robber. Rogue executives. How will Nigeria ever get it right? I think if the robbers whose life are turned for good should also remember to do good change society. They did. That is the reason why most of our lawmakers are still robbing the country. There is no genuine repentance in their lives. If we find out the administration of the governor, we shall see that he won't even perform well, but swallow money. Lie, lie, lie. So guys, let us hear your opinion and have your take on this.